Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today on S Stories. My name is Tooba. I am a psychotherapist based in Lahore. Today I will be talking to you about the impact of the ongoing pandemic on our mental health, and I will be offering some coping strategies for taking care of our mental health in these times. I don't think I need to explain to anyone at this point what COVID-19 is or what it is doing. हम सब देख रहे हैं और महसूस कर रहे हैं कि इसकी वजह से हमारी रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी बिल्कुल तब्दील हो चुकी है। बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें जो कि हम पहले बिला सोचे समझे कर सकते थे, हम दोस्तों से मिल सकते थे, बाहर जाकर खाना खा सकते थे, हमारी काम की या ऑफिस जाने की एक रूटीन थी, ये सब चीज़ें हम कुछ देर तक नहीं कर सकेंगे। और हमारी रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में ये सारी चीज़ें हमारी नफ्सियाती सेहत का ख़याल रखती हैं, और इनके बग़ैर हम सब की मेंटल हेल्थ, हम सब की नफ्सियाती सेहत किसी ना किसी हद तक सफ़र कर रही है। We are feeling it in our personal moments of loneliness and fear and worry. We are feeling it collectively as we are watching our cities go quiet. This is a pretty unprecedented situation. I don't think humanity has felt this powerless against nature since the industrial era, and I think this helps us understand why we feel so acutely helpless in this moment in time. One of the privileges of being a therapist is you sort of get a window into the lives of multiple people. So let me start by saying that everyone is struggling and no one has figured out perfectly what to do. We are all struggling to set routines, we're all struggling to stay active, eat healthy, we're all struggling to balance working from home and taking care of home with working online and taking care of work. So go easy on yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. The pandemic may be affecting you directly or indirectly. Maybe आप किसी को जानते हैं जो कि बीमार है या एट रिस्क है, मे बी आप फ्रंट लाइन्स पर काम करते हैं, आप डॉक्टर हैं या नर्स हैं या कोई भी ऐसा काम करते हैं जिसकी वजह से आप घर पर नहीं रह सकते और आपको एक्सपोज करना पड़ता है अपने आप को। मे बी आप अपना बहुत अच्छी तरह और बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबली ख्याल रख रहे हैं, लेकिन आपके इर्द गिर्द के लोग उतना रिस्पॉन्सिबली ख्याल नहीं रख रहे, which can feel pretty frustrating. And you might be feeling all of this in many different ways. You might be feeling it physically in your body. सर में दर्द होना, आपकी नींद बहुत ज़्यादा या बहुत कम हो गई है, आपकी भूख बहुत ज़्यादा या बहुत कम हो गई है, feeling aches and pains all over your body. You might notice changes in your behavior. You might feel irritable or short-tempered. You might feel sad, overwhelmed, worried, helpless. You might have a lot of negative or worrying or racing thoughts. Please know that all of these feelings are normal. You are having a normal response to an abnormally stressful situation. And I encourage you to allow yourself to feel and process and understand your feelings rather than trying to avoid them or run away from them. अक्सर जब हम कोई मुश्किल चीज़ महसूस कर रहे होते हैं, हम खौफज़दा होते हैं या हम उदास महसूस कर रहे होते हैं, तो कभी कभी हमारी कोशिश होती है कि हम अपने आप को उस एहसास से दूर कर लें, या अगर हम किसी दूसरे को देखते हैं कि वो कोई मुश्किल चीज़ महसूस कर रहे हैं तो हम उन्हें भी पुश करते हैं कि ओ नहीं सब कुछ ठीक है, आप खुश हो जाओ, सिल्वर लाइनिंग देखनी चाहिए. This does not feel helpful. It is not helpful to avoid our feelings, and it is not helpful to invalidate other people's feelings. Again, I encourage you to allow yourself to feel your feelings. कभी कभी ऐसे होता है कि हमें पता होता है कि हम कुछ महसूस कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमें ये नहीं समझ आ रही होती कि हम क्या महसूस कर रहे हैं. A great resource for figuring that out is a feelings wheel. So if you just do a Google image search for a feelings wheel or an emotions wheel, you will find a helpful diagram, a circle filled with the names of many different feelings, and it can help you narrow down, it can help you identify what you are feeling. In terms of self-care and coping, different things work for different people. मुख्तलिफ लोगों के लिए मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें काम करती हैं, मुख्तलिफ औकात पर मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें काम करती हैं. It might help you to read or write or draw or paint or dance or listen to music or sing. Maybe आपको किसी दोस्त से बात करने से फ़ायदा होता है, या maybe आपको थोड़ा सा वक्त अपने आप के साथ या अकेले में गुजारने की से फ़ायदा होगा. Social media or news, these can be really helpful sources of feeling connected to other people and staying up to date and staying informed. They can also be very negative and sometimes very toxic and overwhelming spaces. And if you are feeling overwhelmed, I encourage you to disconnect for a little bit from social media and from news. हर वक्त खबरें मत ऑन रखें, हर वक्त सोशल मीडिया मत स्क्रॉल करें. ब्रेक्स लें ताकि आपका जहन और आपका दिल, आपका दिमाग कॉन्स्टेंटली परेशान कुन चीज़ें ना देख रहा हो. If you are somebody who has access to therapy, that is of course a great place to check in about your mental health. If you are looking to start therapy, a great place to start is the website counseling.pk. Counseling.pk has a list of screened, well-trained therapists working in Pakistan and abroad. You can see them in person. You can also, for some of them, they also offer online sessions. And in fact, many therapists these days are offering online sessions through video or audio calls. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपको as such consistent therapy की ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन you just need a place to check in about your mental health, we will provide a list of mental health hotlines with this video. These are hotlines where you can call in 24/7, and they're free of cost, and you can speak to a trained mental health worker who will be able to just hear you out and allow you to air your frustrations, and might also be able to offer you some coping strategies in the moment to help you feel better. Some of the most important ways that this pandemic is affecting our mental health are indirect. The economy is struggling, and we are all worried about jobs. Some people have lost work and lost jobs. We're all worried about money. We are worried about food. और ये सारी चीज़ें भी again हमारी mental health पे बहुत ज़्यादा strain डाल रही हैं. In addition to all of this, there have been unfortunate reports that instances of domestic violence have actually gone up, again because we are in those confined spaces, and it is an unfortunate reality that home and family are not safe spaces for some people, and some people are actively at risk. This is also a very difficult time for people who are already struggling with mental health. So they might already be struggling with mood or feeling anxious, or they might be struggling with a really serious mental illness. And so the pandemic is just sort of adding on to their stress. If you are someone who is caught in an unsafe or a dangerous situation, if you are caught in a toxic place or family, my advice is to prioritize your safety. Pick your battles and make sure that you keep yourself as safe as possible, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. With this video, we will also be providing a list of helplines where you can reach out to if you are unsafe at home. These include the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan, and other NGOs and government organizations that offer shelter to victims of violence and abuse, and to people who are currently unsafe in their homes. And finally, I want to acknowledge that there are people who are, as I said, struggling with food and shelter and safety, people who have lost their sources of income and don't have any means of income coming in. One of the best ways of feeling good can also be by helping other people. So while I encourage you to put on your oxygen mask first, I also encourage you to take some time to look around, find people who need help, find responsible, reliable organizations who are already working. I know that Risk Foundation, Al Khidmat Foundation, Aurat March, and many other foundations are doing wonderful, responsible, ethical work of making sure that people who are needy get to have food and shelter and safety. Please help out, donate as much as you can. And again, remember to put on your oxygen mask first. This is definitely a good time to set good boundaries with yourself, good boundaries with other people. अपने आप के साथ अच्छी बाउंड्री सेट करने का मतलब है कि फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल सिर्फ इसलिए कि आपके पास दिन में 24 घंटे अवेलेबल हैं, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप 24 घंटे में जब भी आपको कोई काम की ईमेल आती है या काम का कॉल या टेक्स्ट आता है तो आपको उसी वक्त रिस्पॉन्ड करने की ज़रूरत है. Set aside a time for yourself to work, and set aside a time for yourself to not work, to practice self-care, to spend time with yourself, to spend time with family. Try and set a routine. Routines are really helpful for your mental health. So for example, उठने का टाइम, सोने का टाइम, खाने के औकात, अगर आप एक basic routine set करें, it will definitely have a huge impact on your mental health. Practicing good boundaries with other people, especially I think in our culture, because so many of us may be living in joint families or with our extended families, तो एक limited space के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा लोग एक continuously एक दूसरे के साथ interact कर रहे हैं. It is important to let other people know when you need space, when you need time for yourself. It is important to let other people know if you want to disconnect from the news for a while. If somebody is going on and on about the pandemic and you're feeling yourself becoming anxious or stressed, it's a perfectly okay boundary to set with somebody else and say, एक्चुअली मैं ये सुन के परेशान हो रही हूँ, थोड़ी देर तक इसके बारे में नहीं बात करते, किसी और चीज़ के बारे में बात करते हैं. Taking care of yourself physically. Our bodies are made for moving, and being still and being stuck, not only is it unhealthy, it doesn't feel nice to our body. So I encourage you to incorporate some physical activity in your day. Again, these days you will find gyms, you will find online tutorials and classes that you can take. You can do a home workout, you can do some yoga, you can join an online dance party, but कोई ना कोई तरीका ज़रूर ढूंढें जिसमें आप physically active अपने दिन में at least 1 घंटे के लिए, अगर उससे ज़्यादा कर सकते हैं तो why not, but at least for an hour, move your body. It will make you feel tons better. Practicing meditation and mindfulness can be a very wonderful way of just helping slow down some of those worrying, anxious, racing thoughts in our minds, and releasing some of that stored up tension physically in your body. Mindfulness के लिए आपको again बहुत सारी helpful apps मिल जाएंगी that you can download. Some of my favorites are Headspace and Simple Habit and Calm. These are apps जो कि आप download कर सकते हैं. You can choose which mindfulness exercise you want to try. If you can find a quiet place, you can put in your headphones and just follow along to the voice. I will say that for self-care, I encourage that you do a few things. Do the things that work for you and do them consistently. तो बजाय इसके कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें करने की कोशिश करें या हर चीज़ बिल्कुल ठीक करने की कोशिश करें, या एक चीज़ ट्राई करें 1 दिन के लिए, 2 दिन के लिए, फिर उसे छोड़ दें, फिर कोई और चीज़ ट्राई करें. It is much better that you pick a few things that work for you and that you do them consistently, that you work them into your routine. That is a much better way of practicing self-care. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that some of the coping strategies that we talked about today will be helpful to you. I hope that you are safe and stay safe, and I hope that your loved ones are safe as well. Take care.